So I'm just sitting in the truck in the doctor's office parking lot waiting to go in. You know, about 5 years ago, I probably would have got out to help. They don't need no man. I've also been sitting here for about 25 minutes, and they've been doing it for about 25 minutes.
That's how a lot of men are feeling right now. And the crazy part is a lot of these men want to go over there and do it. Their instincts are telling them to get up and help, but a lot of men are fighting that off and just saying no. It sucks, but this is just where we are right now. A lot of men have just checked out of this whole helping a woman out thing. It's crazy because there are so many women screaming they're independent and they don't need a man, but there are a bunch of women who aren't like that, and they're paying the price for those other women. Because we don't know if those women were screaming independence, but they still paid the price for it. And it sucks too, because it looked like they were struggling. I don't know why they didn't call roadside assistance, but that's not the point. The point is times are changing, and a lot of you women just have to start adapting to how these men are. It sucks, but it is what it is.
A friend of mine said, the sooner men realize, understand, and accept the fact that women don't make sense and they're not supposed to make sense, 99% of their problems with women will just vanish, go away. And he's so right. And it's a he, by the way, it's a guy. He said this. I just took a moment and thought about that, and I was like, wow, you know what? You just summed it all up. You really just did. Women are not supposed to make sense. The more you try to make sense of them, the more you try to straighten them out, the more they'll just break. You're gonna be the one at the end of that breaking.
I'm happy to see that there was a guy out there who was able to get her to see what a lot of us men already know. Because this isn't groundbreaking news to most of us men. It is to some, but for most of us men, we already knew this. I'm always on here saying this is why you can't really take advice from them or really listen to what they have to say when it comes to what they want and what they're looking for. Because a lot of them don't know themselves what they want. They think they want one thing, but when they get it, they're totally turned off. So if you walked around listening to them, you would be in a very bad place. Now, of course, this does not apply to all women. There are some women out there who understand themselves a little bit better. They have more emotional control, so they understand what they're doing when they're doing it. But most women are not like that. They just say and do whatever. This is why I'm always saying that I don't want to do a podcast or something like that where I'm up here debating with women. I will not be doing that. You can never say never, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be doing that because I'll have 3 headaches and a heart attack sitting on the stage debating with one of them because you're debating on 2 different principles. She's using her emotions and I'm using logic, and I just don't want to be a part of that. A lot of women only speak from their experiences or their friends' experiences. They kind of just go from their POV. They don't really care about the rest of the women out there who are going through stuff. That's why you see a lot of these women coming online talking about don't date a man unless he does this or does that. This is why I'm always saying they make assumptions on all guys based on 2 or 3 guys they've dated. Like this girl right here.
Take the tall guy? Oh, y'all taking the tall guy?
Because the short guy's insecure.
Absolute blasphemy.
He's gonna be like, you can't wear heels.
You just say all short guys are like that?
From my experience.
How many have you experienced?
3.
3?
And we all know women love to exaggerate, so when she says 3, she's probably only dated 1 short guy. And the other 2 short guys are probably family members. But the point is, this lady didn't discover anything that a lot of us men already know. And I'm not trying to be mean by saying this, but the facts are the facts. Women are just different. They have a lot of different things going on, so when you're dealing with them, you have to deal with them understanding that. In a lot of situations, it's just not gonna make sense. And once you understand that, it will make it easier to navigate. I didn't know this before. We didn't have the internet when I was growing up, when you had people sharing this type of information. But I know that now. Arguing with women is kind of a waste of time because in most situations, they're never going to say, I'm sorry. They're never going to agree to your points. It's just going to be a circle of blame, and that's just not worth it to me. So I'd rather just stay out of that altogether. But for the men out there who do not know this, she is absolutely correct. Once you understand it and you grasp the fact that they do not make sense, it is going to make it a lot easier to deal with them because you won't spend your time trying to change their mind or trying to convince them of stuff. You're just going to do what you do and let them tag along. It's really that simple.
Get with this?
I trust you.
You're warm.
And a little nervous.
Me too.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a problem. These men will be screwing these robots. I'm just gonna let you know now. That's gonna happen. Did y'all see her face? Talking about I trust you. Well, I don't trust you. How about that, Miss Robot? But these men will. Did they make these women as real as this? Like their whole body and everything is as real as the way her face is and her expressions? I don't know what to tell you, ladies. All that internet begging and all the OF accounts, even some strip clubs, there may be a sharp decrease because there's a lot of men out there who are frustrated with women. There's a lot of men out there who don't get women or they can't get women. So things things are probably going to change a lot. Now, let's be fair. They're going to make some male robots, and the women are probably going to be screwing those robots. But the big difference between men robots and the women robots is those men robots can't pay bills, and men aren't going to need those women robots to pay their bills. So you got to think about that. And I know there's going to be some women out there shaking their head like women are never going to do this, but that's not true. There are so many women right now, their whole relationship in the bedroom revolves around something with batteries. So you think they're going to shy away from a full-blown robot? Now, of course, this is probably not going to affect most people, most men or most women, but there will be a group of people out there dealing with these robots. Y'all don't have to believe it, but it will happen. This is why they're creating them, because they already know how humans are. There are already groups of people out there who are in relationships with AI. There's no body, there's nothing. It's just an app on their phone, and they're in a relationship with it.
So his last name is actually Butler, so it's Star Vivian Butler.
Oh, that's nice. He came up with his own last name.
Yeah.
You don't believe they would jump into a relationship with a full-blown robot? You are out of your mind. Like the old group Zap said, there's going to be a lot of computer love going on out there. I know a lot of y'all think this is a joke now, but we'll see how funny this is in about 10 years.
You are not co-parenting with the man that hurt you. You are co-parenting with your child's father. Those are two separate experiences. Honestly, sometimes two different type of people. The man that hurt you might have been avoidant. He probably is dismissive to your emotions. He's probably somebody who doesn't really pay much mind to you, so you're always irritated. But your child's father, that's a different kind of person. He's more attentive to your child. He's going to respond to messages pertaining to your child. And if you allow everything about your co-parenting dynamic to be with the man that is labeled as your child's father compared to the man that is labeled as the boo or the ex-boyfriend, you're going to be very confused. You're not his mama. You do not have to teach him how to be a daddy. That is his job to go out and find his community and find his support. So those long text messages you're sending about what he's doing, what he's not doing, that's not your job. So if the conversations have nothing to do with your child's safety, updates on doctor's appointments, schooling, things like that, you ain't got to talk about it. If you don't like how much he going out, not your concern, doesn't matter. If you don't like his new girlfriend, not your concern, doesn't matter. I don't care what he's spending his money on. Mama, that's not your concern. It doesn't matter. What you do want to communicate about is how your child is behaving in school, how your child is navigating new relationships, what's going on in your child's life, what are they interested in? And communicating these things, even if he's not initiating it, does not mean that you're trying to help him or make him a better dad. That's not your problem. Like, hey, I don't know if you know, but our son likes trucks now. He not into Ninja Turtles. He like trucks. Send him a little picture of the baby with a truck. Your job is done. Separate your feelings from fact. Your feelings will tell you that this is a man that has hurt you. He's not reliable. Yeah, because he took you on a date. Yeah, he ain't reliable romantic. Fact is, he may really be a solid dad. He may really be dope when it comes to this parenthood stuff. And if you're trying to make those two realities the same, you're going to always struggle in co-parenting because your feelings will always speak for you instead of your experience as a mother. Separate feelings from fact and watch how things change. Trust me.
I love everything this young lady had to say. She was on point with all of it. And I do want to add something. I need men to understand this as well, because there are a lot of men out there who can't separate their baby mother from the girl who hurt them either. Because like she said, when you are approaching that other parent like an ex, there's resentment, there's issues, and you make it really hard on the other person to co-parent with you. This happens all the time, and then the other person gets so frustrated they start falling back a little bit, and that's when you start calling them names, saying they don't want to be in their child's life, and it has nothing to do with that. They love their child, they don't like you. There are so many people out there who would do whatever for their child, but would do absolutely nothing for the other parent. They want nothing to do with them. They don't want to see them, they don't want to talk to them, they just want to be there for their child. And if the other person can't accept that, it just doesn't work. It gets to the point where they don't even want to do face-to-face pickups anymore. Now all of a sudden she can only pick up your daughter from your parents' house, and that ain't no better because your parents don't like her either.
They don't like you. I don't like you.
I don't care. I'm here for the girl.
The girl don't like you.
And that's not necessary. If two people who have no chance of ever being together can separate their past relationship from that child, this thing will work way smoother. When I see two people co-parenting in the correct way, I love that because I know that child has a better chance of being successful, has a better chance of being happy or having a good childhood. When you see a really bad co-parenting relationship, you know it's gonna do some damage to that child in the long run. Because in a lot of these situations, we think our kids are stupid, like they don't hear us talking bad about the mother or hear her talking bad about us, or the way our faces change when we mention their names or if we see them. These kids see that, and this is somebody that they care about, and now they know that one parent despises the other parent. It's just not a good look for them. But I love the video. She did a good job. Leave your thoughts in the video. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.